Please welcome to the stage Shiv Shivakumar, General Manager and President India League. Our inductees are Asrar Alam, Hirauga Dharmawardana, two-time winner. Venkata Naidu.
redid it. It was here so long that there was so much mud. They had to bring it. Really?
Yes, yes, that's what they're talking about. Yeah, crazy. They want the whole store to be covered.
There we go.
మీకు దబ్బుసుకోవాలి మీ ఎక్కడ పట్టయిద్దాను ఓన్లీ జ్యూస్
By the end of the day,
Folks, we're on our way now, and if you look off to your right, you'll see the Intrepid Air Sea Museum. That's an old battleship, and where you see the cover there, that's where I just went out of my head. This is going to happen, okay? When they were going to put it down in Florida, it was I can't remember it, and I'm looking at it, and I can't remember the name. Anyway, yeah. And they also have a submarine on the side. They do wonderful programs there. You can go on to the museum, so we have time. It's going to be seeing and doing. And you're on the Hudson River now, and the Hudson River starts up to your
We're in
right
the Hudson
over there.
River.
That's the George Washington Bridge, and it's 315 miles long, or 507 kilometers. And it starts in Upper New York State, and it runs from north to south. That is south to your left. And what you're looking at in front of you, this is all New Jersey. That's another state over there. A lot of people live in New Jersey and work in New York. So they take the ferries, or they take the bridge, or they take the tunnels. You see that little brown building in front of you? That's actually the air intake for one of the tunnels that's right here. And those are all the residences, and we're just about at Weehawken, New Jersey now. This part of it is Weehawken. And then we're going to turn around and move south. Oh, thank you. And you have no idea how wonderful this is. Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's been gloom and doom for the last week and a half. Yeah, that's what I said. Now you're look over to your left and you'll get a good view of the New York skyline. And you'll see the Empire State Building right there. That building, hola, ¿cómo estás? The Empire State Building, that was one of the few buildings in New York ever came in under budget and under schedule. I think there are 4 in the whole city.
No problem.
It happened over 50 years ago. When that was built, it didn't make a profit until 1945. And there are still, as of about 5 or 6 years ago, they still had one original tenant in there. I think he was like 97. He probably is gone now. But in February, they do a race. And I don't know what provokes people to do these things, because I have no desire to do it. But they run up. And if you can breathe and move when you get to the top, you're the winner. So that's done in February. But you'll probably see it illuminated, and they change the lights depending on what we're celebrating or what's going on at any given time. So if you're around tonight, look and see what the color of the lights are. New York is going crazy with construction. It's insane what's going on here. We are having a huge building boom because, of course, our mayor wants to run for election again, so he's making friends with all the developers. And there's a lot of investment from other countries. In spite of the way we've been dealing with things, people are putting their money in housing here. They're not living here, though, and what it's doing is pushing up the housing market tremendously. To give you an idea, to rent a studio, market value is $2,000 a month. Most of them go for $35,000 a month. That's to rent. If you want to buy, I was looking at them the other day online. They're about $500,000 $375,000
Gel şuradan şu
without
şeyler. Geç
maintenance,
şuraya çekeyim
without
fotoğrafı.
taxes. So that's the
Dur,
kind
dur,
of
dur.
stuff that's going on here.
Şu Empire
They're
State.
building only $1 million and better, mostly $1.5 million are going up for all the apartments that are being built now. So
Ses
it's
geliyor mu? Şöyle bir-
literally pushing the working class out of the city. They cannot live there. It's just too expensive. So now we're just about in Midtown. That where the Empire State Building is, that's 34th Street, and then you'll see the little gold dome there coming down. Those are the those were insurance companies. In the 1920s, a lot of the jazz musicians and painters, writers, all painted Greenwich Village. Then of course things started changing, rents started going up, and so there are very few artists that live in the village unless they bought something years ago because you can't afford the rent anymore. It's one of the higher communities in the city. New York used to have a lot of ethnic communities. Now you find most of the ethnic communities are out in Queens and Brooklyn. Again, because they've been priced out of the rents here. But you used to have in Manhattan, old Irish communities, Italian communities, Jewish communities, Puerto Rican communities, Dominican communities, Russian communities, Czech. And they all had their own little enclaves. And it was wonderful because you could kind of go there and see what it was like to be part of this culture. That's the advantage we have, is that we can see and experience the cultures of a lot of different people there. And I think it gives us an appreciation for the fact that we're leaving the Midtown area and we're coming into the Chelsea area. And in a little bit, you'll be able to see some of the highlights of the Chelsea area. This building here on your left, look on the top of this big building on your left. You see the water towers? That's something that you'll see all over New York. I don't know if those are popular in a lot of other cities. I haven't seen them in too many. Those, years ago, those were to collect rainwater that was to be used for all kinds of purposes. Now they use them only to have the water generate the pressure to push up the water from the pipes below ground. So that's what you'll see, though. You'll see them all over New York. But that building is called the Starrett Lee Building. And that was built around 1931 or so. But they built it over the railroad track. You see the glass box over there?
Manhattan Bridge. The previous one was Brooklyn Bridge.
That's the subway train going over the bridge. Look over to your right, you'll see that glass box over there. That's a carousel. That carousel was opened in September of 2011, but there's 48 wooden horses there that were designed in 1922 for Ohio, for a park in Ohio. And when the park closed in 1988, Mrs. Wallentis and her husband bought that, and she's an artist. She worked on that